Welcome to Potty Mouths. This is Stephanie.
This is Bart.
This is Brad.
And today, we're not going to be doing any specific topic. We're not reading directly from Wikipedia. We're not doing any research beyond our depth. We're just going to talk and hang out and shoot the proverbial shit. I'm a little excited about it, actually. So before I launch in... So what I do is when I need to remember that there's things I need to talk about, I make notes. My notes are completely fucked. So before we jump down the rabbit hole that is my insane brain, does anybody have anything that they would like to talk about, say, bring up, bitch about?
We're going to let you roll with it and we'll just jump in.
Really, with my notes?
Yeah.
All right. So I just jot these little guys down on my phone. First one, talk about people controlling their kids. Example, kids destroying people's things, stores ignoring kids.
So did you hear about that kid, those teenagers in Texas that were doing, like, throwing eggs at cars with the
and the bitch fucking wrecked and she died.
Really?
Yeah.
They wrecked into somebody
her.
And they killed her. So now that teen is being charged with murder.
Yeah, they egged this chick in her car and she ran into somebody.
Oh, shit.
Head-on-head collision and she died just because this fucker was egging cars. Now look, everybody as a young teenager has thrown fucking eggs at a house or whatever. Mm-hmm. Who's throwing eggs at moving fucking vehicles?
So let's upgrade this because, I mean, that's pretty fucking bad. But a few years ago, the kids who were dropping rocks and cinder blocks off overpasses into the interstate on the moving cars.
Now that's fucking insane.
And then one guy, I think a gentleman died from it, and those guys got, like, involuntary manslaughter or something because they were, like, 17 and it won't be on the record or whatever. But what the hell's wrong with people? I mean, seriously. Look,
when we were kids, we thought it was fucking hilarious. We would drive around all night jacked up on Surge. And fucking take, like, Democrat signs out of yards and Republican signs out of yards and fucking switch them and put them back in other people's yards. Yeah. And we thought it was fucking hilarious.
That's funny.
We never even thought to fucking try and kill people in their moving vehicles.
I mean, were they just being assholes or was there, like, foul intent involved?
You have to know. You have to fucking know.
I don't know, because me and my cousins would used to play football and act like we were going out for a pass, and as a car would drive by, we would overthrow the receiver and fucking hit the car with a football. I mean, we were just dickhead kids, like...
I mean, look, first of all, I mean, willingly and knowingly doing that level of damage. Well, you lived in a neighborhood. What was the speed limit, 25?
Well, we did this out in Indiana, but yeah, it was probably only about 25.
So this is a fucking, probably something like an interstate. We're talking, what, 45, 55, 65?
So they were on a main stretch in Texas for the eggs, yeah. It'd be like, I don't know.
Probably 55.
I'd say like Kellogg Avenue, Columbia Parkway, maybe not quite as busy.
Right on.
I mean, yeah, pretty thoroughfare. But, I mean... There's that. Then there's the guy in Oklahoma City at Taco Bell. Did you hear about that?
No. Where are you getting your juicy... I mean, I heard about the Texas one.
Oh, the morning radio. The new year comes out. Stack of Stupid comes over on the radio. It's great. So this guy goes to Taco Bell and orders his food or whatever. And they didn't give him any taco sauce. He pulls a gun and starts shooting.
Yeah, I read about this.
I mean... Now, don't get me wrong. When I've gone to McDonald's and I've got my breakfast burrito and they didn't give me my picante... I was one bad mofo. But I didn't feel like I needed to shoot. I felt like getting an egg and egging that place, maybe.
Yeah.
But I did not feel like shooting a place.
Turning into one of those bitches, let me speak to your manager. But shooting somebody over taco sauce?
Ridiculous.
They literally chuck the shit all over the fucking dining room. Go in there and pick up a couple packets.
Yeah, you could... I've walked in there before and grabbed tons.
They close the dining room at 10:30. You can't go in there. This was after midnight. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning.
This, I feel like there should be a backstory on this guy. What was, oh man, in the fucking movie where he was Mr. Furious or whatever? Do you remember what I'm talking about? Where the guy's superpower is getting fucking angry?
From
Ben Stiller.
From Mystery Men.
Mystery Men, yeah. Mr. Furious or whatever.
I like
this dude is like a shoo-in for everyday anger management.
Well, you think, like, just going to fucking, like, a Walmart and spending $1.89 on a Taco Bell hot sauce jar would be a lot easier than like catching, murder charges and spending the rest of your fucking
No
life
shit.
in jail.
And I just recently found out from Google, I had a bottle of sriracha, and I'm like, do I actually have to put this in the fridge? Because my condiment drawer was fucking full.
No.
So I Googled it. Do you have to refrigerate sriracha? It's like, nah.
Mm-hmm.
He could have literally had bottles of hot sauce in his fucking car.
Yeah.
My Skyline hot sauce sits in the cupboard. I used to have it at my desk at work.
I Googled, do I have to refrigerate my soy sauce? I absolutely do not. So now she don't go in the fridge.
But yeah, that's why I buy extra bottles of Skyline hot sauce and Taco Bell sauce. Is for when they don't fucking give me enough goddamn sauce.
I know some bitches that keep that shit in their purse.
Yeah, I mean, it's good shit.
Hey, those are keepers.
But speaking of soy, this is also in my notes. We'll come back to the kids.
She's a freak.
Look, motherfuckers, you guys don't understand the deliciousness.
This whole not trying to curse that much for 2019 not really working.
Oh, is
No.
that, is that
No,
on
no,
your
no, no, no.
resolution?
That's what
That
my-
was your resolution. I said I wasn't. I would try and knock it back a little bit, but I'm not giving up my cuss words. These are my sentence enhancers. Okay?
But she gives up chips.
But I gave up chips.
Oh, see.
And that ruined dinner day one because we had
Yeah.
Skyline chili cheese
I
dip.
sit down with my chili cheese dip, and he goes, "How the fuck is this going to work with Fritos?" I was like, "God damn it!" And I put my shit away, and I'm like, "I'm going to eat this fucking string cheese." I forgot what fucking day it was.
So, are you allowed to have chips, or is
Oh
this...
yeah, I'm eating chips.
Okay, I don't know.
I am going to allow myself to have popcorn, but no chips. So, 2018, I swore off donuts. So at midnight, I ate some fucking donuts.
Did you get
3 boxes of Edmonds. She didn't eat all of them. But
everybody in the house. We bought 3 boxes of Edmonds donuts.
She wasn't the only one that ate
It took
them.
3 days to fit. You
3 boxes
cocksucker
of
acting like I'm
donuts.
over here with 3 boxes of donuts.
Just picture Homer Simpson. Donuts.
It took us 3 days to eat them all, and there was fucking 4 adults and 2 kids here. Okay?
So, how was it eating a donut after a whole year?
So fucking delicious.
Was it?
I've
was
had
so
them, so
delicious.
it was okay.
Yeah.
No, with chips is going to be the big one.
Yeah, it's going to be rough for her.
Yeah.
She is a chip person. So sandwiches are off the table because you can only have sandwiches if you have chips. No Waco tacos, no nachos.
Ooh.
Yep.
I begged her,
loaded
don't
nacho-
pick something else.
Yeah.
Pick something else.
If I can do chips, then I can say with a smile on my face that I have a healthy relationship with my food. If for an entire year I can give up something that I love.
All right, so get back to your soy sauce and the nasty things you put in.
Anyway, so New Year's Eve, we decided to do easy. We're just going to play some nerdy board games and shit and make like finger foods in the air fryer. Pizza rolls are the shit in an air fryer. If you've never had pizza rolls in an air fryer, then you don't know the full deliciousness that is fucking pizza rolls.
Air fryers are awesome for those
Especially the
finger foods.
triple meat. So anyway, I am a salty ass bitch. I put soy sauce on my pizza rolls.
Freak!
And it is fucking delicious. And nobody else will try it.
Because it's weird.
It's not weird, it's fucking delicious.
It's weird.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of soy. It's too goddamn salty.
Exactly.
Salty ass bitch. I said, I love salty.
I like salt, but my God. That shit.
No, I'm not talking like a whole shitload. Like, you sprinkle it a little bit, make sure like 1-2 drops hit each pizza roll. And then you're good. And it's fucking delicious. Also, we had taquitos. Especially the steak and cheddar. Take the steak and cheese, put a little bit of soy sauce out, dip them fuckers in sour cream. Boom!
Nope, Skyline hot sauce and sour cream. That's how you eat the ketos.
Yeah, that sounds better.
Anyway, everyone should at least try a couple of drops of soy sauce on a pizza roll at least once in their lives. If anything, to make me happy.
Is La Chow sponsoring this pod? Because if not, stop selling the soy sauce, please.
Wait till on my list of things to talk about is the deliciousness that is fucking Chick-fil-A, Robert.
They ain't sponsoring us either.
It doesn't matter.
We're giving all these free publicities.
Listen, if Chick-fil-A or any, I like, what is it, La Choy?
La Choy.
Soy sauce, it's my favorite.
Or Kikkoman.
Or,
Kikkoman's
no, they're not my favorite though.
Oh,
Or
take that back, Kikkoman.
Totino's pizza rolls, especially the triple meat. If anybody would like to sponsor us or send me coupons, please do. I would say any chip brand out there ever, but I'm off the stuff for a year.
Or send us coupons good for next year, 2020.
Which will be in 12 weeks.
Yeah.
Back to kids. So the holidays means extended families. And more people will bring in their kids around. People, keep a handle on your fucking children. And I'm not talking about... Will you close that door, please? My cats are fighting.
Are they... You want them both stuck in there?
Yeah.
Yep. Let them duke it out.
2 cats enter, 1 cat leaves.
Whoever makes it the fuck out of that room is who we take to the vet. Don't let your kids tear up other people's houses.
Yes.
Or
please.
other people's shit. If somebody took the time to, like, super clean their fucking house for the holidays, I mean, at least pick up after them. And, like, I get that kids are messy, and I am all for it, because we had Bert's brother and his wife and their 2-year-old up here. 2-year-olds make a fucking mess. Whatever. Let them make a mess. There's no point cleaning up halfway through it. When they're done, you clean it up. Bert's brother is really good about that. So is his wife. But I know some motherfuckers that'll let their kids tear the shit out of your house and then just be like, see you next Christmas, bitches.
Yeah, I experienced that firsthand with my fucking family.
I believe that was the reason why that made the list.
Yeah, that shit fired me up. Like, I get it's a kid, he doesn't know better, but yeah, like you said, the fucking parent, like, come on, man, you know this isn't kosher.
I get that technically you collect toys, but they're in dusty boxes.
And the person that allowed this to happen has collected toys in parts of his life, knows what it is, what they are, and just to be, like, so unaware, and I don't know, man, it just blew my fucking mind.
I mean, like... Nobody would hopefully nobody I know would let their kids fuck up my collection of, like, if I had fancy china.
Well,
it doesn't matter what you collect. If it's a collector's item, keep your kids off it.
It seemed like dude just checked out. Like, he's like, all right, got people here to watch the kid. I'm going to enjoy myself. Have at it, fucking youngins.
Some people do. I know parents that, like, their goal in life is to do whatever they can to get rid of their fucking kids. I don't fucking care if they have to drop them off with the sketchiest motherfuckers ever. They just want to get rid of they don't want to be present. They don't want to be around them. They don't want to be involved. They put them in sports. They don't have to deal with them or talk to them. I'm like, why the fuck have kids?
Yeah, a lot of people probably shouldn't have kids.
True statement.
But yeah, man, at Christmas, like, I'm sitting there and this kid is driving me nuts because he keeps breaking my shit. And I'm like, I can't yell at this kid. He's not my kid.
You absolutely fucking can, Brad.
But see, I just feel I shouldn't have to cross that line. I don't want to cross that line with somebody else's kid because that shit's, I don't know.
So what they break?
Lots of toys. Mainly Legos, which can be reattached, but if you know anything about Legos.
Okay, the effort you put into it.
And they're never all getting pieced back together.
No,
Because
I bought my oldest a Lego set once. It was a tank. 152 steps to build that motherfucker.
And Legos aren't cheap either.
No.
Guy at work, his parents got his son a bunch of Legos. And of course, day after Christmas, he's like, Dad, help me put these together. So he told me he spent like 9 hours putting these little sets together. Mm-hmm. He said his son did have it for 5 minutes, had them all broke apart, combining stuff. Like, how bad that pissed you off, man? He goes, dude, I was so pissed. He goes, I put so much effort into putting that shit together.
I know, it's like literally, you see the hours you spent building these fucking things, and this kid is just destroying it, man. Like Godzilla rampaging through a fucking
It'd
city.
be one thing if that kid got into a huge bucket of, like, just stray Legos.
The loose ones,
and loose Legos all over the place, and you stepped on a couple, but when they're destroying something that you put
that's the only time I hate
fucking
Legos.
hours into, dude, Legos and Matchbox cars are the worst to step on.
Yeah. No, I'd be Legos, like I said, that's some devotion and some time, especially you want to build a kit right,
Yeah.
I mean, as at that age, probably when I was a kid, I didn't care. I just threw stuff together. I made everything.
Yeah.
When you mature, you want to build what's on the front of that box, just to say, hey, it says for 3 to 6. Ah, yeah, I got this. I got this.
Yeah, Legos for me, it's like a way to check out from reality. It's like soothing for me. Like, I can just kind of like decompress.
It's your meditation.
Yeah, it is. And I fucking love them for that. And I don't know, they look cool too. So
Nice.
I don't know,
Do you use a crackle?
What, the little orange thing?
No, the super glue.
Oh,
Crackle.
no. I need to. If the kids might come back.
You wouldn't have that problem.
It's Craggle.
Craggle? What happened?
You need to watch the Lego movie again.
But that's what happened there, too. Maybe your sister needs to come down here and play. Remember at the end of it? It's like, oh no, they're ruined.
Well, like, I gave him some of the smaller sets to get him the fuck upstairs away from the shit. But then it was a snowball effect. He wanted more. The bigger sets. It's like, fuck me, man. Like, come on, dude. Come here and get this kid.
Man.
So, just so you know, and the fact that you're related to this parent makes it even worse. I get that some people don't want to discipline other people's kids. In general...
I would never do it.
I won't. But, like, again, bringing it up, Bert's brother and his wife, if their 2-year-old, if they're on their phones and he gets into my stuff, I'm not going to, like, get up and whoop his ass and put him in the corner or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I'll be like, no, don't touch that. And I will get up, stand in front of him, and he can sit there and cry and scream. I can tune that out. I can tune that out so fucking well. Yeah. It's eerie.
All right, so there's a trick to it. Being married before, knowing other people's kids and everything else. When a kid gets into something, you make it feel like you care about their safety. Mm-hmm. Like they start breaking your Legos. No, you can't swallow that. No, get that out of your mouth. No, you can choke. I gotta take these away. I'm sorry, but if you continue to play with these, I'm afraid you might choke.
Honey, those will hurt your fingers. You'll put that in the mouth. It's flu season. So and so is just sick. There's 100 ways to make, or you can do the confrontational approach, which I have been known to pull, where like, let's say you're in the mall with one of your best friends, and their kid's fucking off, and she's told them repeatedly to fucking stop it, and fucking stop it, and fucking stop it, but this person just haven't put the fear of God into their kids, so you run up and you shove their kid down in the fucking mall, and he stops running around. Boom!
I mean, that's
argument over.
That's what's going on in my head, like, fuck.
But yes, I will shove your kid down in the mall.
Have you done this?
Yes.
Have you really?
This is an actual situation involving a friend that you know, and their oldest, who at the time was young and would not fucking stop running around.
What did the parent do?
She laughed. It's me. We'd been friends for fucking ever. And like, I told her, she was also bitching about the kids too. I'm like, dude, they have to love and fear you. When you've had enough, and you angrily get up off the couch to beat their ass, they should run away like that's it. Yeah. Game over. You catch them, you are literally going to fucking kill them. She doesn't have this type of presence. And I wanted to enjoy my day out, so her kid wouldn't stop fucking off, so I ran up and I shoved him down on the floor. I said, your mom said if you didn't stop fucking around, you're going to fall. Boom!
Oh, man.
So I did not witness this, but I did witness when our youngest was able to run through the house and talk very clearly. He got into some shit. And Stephanie's like, I'm going to get you. He runs to the house, dropped his knees, covers his head. He goes, I'm sorry. Please don't beat my ass.
This kid had yet to ever have a spanking in his life, but he was so afraid. He actually said, please don't beat my ass.
That's awesome.
So the mole story, I totally believe just by the what I have witnessed.
I can't help it.
But no, make it seem like you're worried about the kid's safety.
Yeah.
And then the parents are like, God, this guy's been a dick to my kid, but man, he really cares about his nephew or his niece or his cousin.
I'm sorry.
Whatever it is, that's how it comes off.
That's a good play.
I look at it like, I get that, okay, so for instance, screaming kid in a store. Absolutely unavoidable. I hate the shitty looks that you get. And here's the thing. The best thing you can do is ignore that kid. Mm-hmm. They're screaming for a reason. You don't need to pick up shit and give it to them because it just exacerbates the situation. And then you're going to do it at the next store and next week and whatever.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have to give them your phone all the time or you never have a fucking phone again.
No.
And sometimes kids are just dicks. Admit it, people. Sometimes your children are fucking assholes. So you just ignore them. The looks that you get in a store, that's what you're supposed to do. So when I see some woman pushing around a kid in a cart who's losing their shit and she's just ignoring them, I'm like, right on. Eventually that kid will stop doing that shit.
So when we were getting your cell phone, there was 2 kids sitting next to me on the little recliner there. They were fighting over their mom's phone when she was trying to get new phones. And she gets up and she looks at the oldest one. She goes, give him the phone. It's his turn. He goes, Mom, he had a bunch of turns. I'm still on my first turn because I haven't died yet. She grabs him by the ear and goes, I swear to God, if you don't knock it off, I'm going to bust your little ass until it's red. Knock it off. Give it to your brother.
She did the perfect super lean in close.
In his ear.
I'm going to fuck you up situation. And I was like, yes, mama. Get him.
She looked at me like I was going to critique her, and I just gave her a smirk and looked away and just played on my phone. Like, yeah, I acknowledge, I understand. You're okay, lady.
In there, baby.
Yeah. Not one of them assholes like, oh, you can't talk to your kid that way. No.
I absolutely can.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to be like, yeah, you need to listen to your mother. She knows it. And just leave it like that. And see, crap, there's others.
I hate to say it, but sometimes your kids will mind strangers more than you. Like, I imagine our youngest is an angel at school. And then he comes home and wants to backsass me everything I say. Pushing boundaries. Ooh.
For example, would not eat his dinner tonight.
Oh.
He goes, Daddy, can I have one of my root beers? I'm like, no, you need some dinner. He goes, root beer's not dessert. Why do I have to eat dinner before I have root beer? I'm like, it is dessert. It's sweet. He goes, no, it's a drink, Daddy. I'm like,
20 minutes before this, I put the dinner on the table. I said, you're not getting a tablet until you eat all your dinner. And he says, since when did a tablet become dessert? And I'm like, since when did my hand hit you in the face?
But then he kept arguing with me about it. And I'm like, okay, fine. What would you call a milkshake? It's dessert, Daddy, but you drink it. No, that's got ice cream in it. Root beer's different. Then, of course, I take a drink of my pop. He goes, see, you can drink your soda, and you're eating dinner. And I'm like, well, I'm going to eat all my dinner. He goes, well, you should eat all my dinner. Oh, my God.
Boundaries, man, every day.
He knows the buttons to push.
You absolutely can talk to your child like that, because they will not hesitate to talk to you like that.
Yeah, true that.
He's kids.
But also, too, he's only ever cussed in front of me twice.
Yeah.
The cussing is not an issue. It's just that he's too smart for his own good.
Except for the other day when he said douchebag. Or watch something. I'm like, that guy's a douchebag. I'm like, yeah, he's a douchebag. I'm like, no, you can't say those words. No, damn it.
He's at that age where that was the first time he had heard douchebag and didn't understand.
Yeah, I know. My fault.
I mean, but he made it to almost 6 before he heard douchebag before. So, I mean, we're doing pretty good.
Hey, it happens, man.
I mean, I just teach him. He's like, you say bad words. And I said, and when you're 18, you can say whatever you want to.
My nephews have probably heard everything.
Well, I mean, my kids have. I mean, it's unavoidable, especially if I'm pissed off on the phone. Like, if somebody calls me and I'm not paying attention and he's doing his thing and I'm doing mine, and then I walk into a room and forget he's in there and I'm, like, cussing somebody out on the phone. But, like, I mean, it happens. They know bad words. They know exactly what they are, what they mean, how to use them, and they don't use them.
And they're going to say them when you're not around.
Yeah, my 17-year-old doesn't cuss in front of me. He said balls in front of me, and I'm like, hey, you don't say balls in front of your mom. And he's like, I'm 17. I'm like, you don't say balls till you're 18. I am your mom. So, end of that conversation.
You know, somewhere along the line, I got to where I just cuss around my fucking parents. Like, there's just no filter. I don't know when that started.
It was kind of funny. One of my mom's friends, she told the best dirty jokes. And then I would come home and I would try and censor them with good language and tell the same jokes to my parents. And it was just crap. So my mom was just like, just say it. And then so I would just say it. And then that opened the floodgates and boom, I was cussing in front of my parents. But not at them. Cussing in front of your parents and cussing at them are two totally different things. Yeah. Like, if I tell my mom somebody's pissing me off, or I told that dude to eat shit, you know, that's one thing. But, like, you don't tell your mom to eat shit. And if anybody did, I'm available to push your kid down at the mall. Because that's just what I do.
You're violent.
You know what? I try not to be, but I think it's a permanent part in my life.
Interesting.
So, another thing on my list... I guess we're just going off my list of notes. Covering your vagina at the gym.
All right.
Ladies, please don't.
Exactly. Thank you. Man, I think all of you will agree with me. Our favorite animal part is the camel toe.
Definitely.
I mean, we enjoy the camel toe. It's okay, ladies. It's okay.
Ladies, it's not okay.
Don't listen to Stephanie.
Yeah, Stephanie.
They make plenty of workout pants, capris, shorts of a thick material
Which
that
makes
keeps-
you hot, causes rashes,
Absolutely.
rubs you the wrong way.
When you
With that other free-flowing yoga pant, almost see-through, not quite see-through because that is a little distasteful, but stretchy enough where if your legs are spread and a light shines through between your legs, you look like the bat signal. It's okay.
Fuck yeah.
Camel toe is okay.
We're not talking about camel toe here.
Oh, yes, we are.
We're talking about shorts so short that if in a certain position, there could be some lip slippage. And if your vagina eats your underwear and your workout shorts together, you need new of both. Just saying.
Did you recently experience something like this?
I did.
Go into more detail.
Yeah, let us
Oh
know.
my God. No, just this girl. She's like, I'm young and thin, but your vagina is eating your shorts, honey.
Where was this at? The gym?
The gym.
So, like,
I get that some girls want to be like, I'm thinning at the gym and I'm fit and blah, 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 blah. Your body parts shouldn't eat your workout gear. I don't care how thin you are. I don't how often you go to the gym. And I know men are like, oh, vaginas, and losing their shit and whatever.
Fuck
If
yeah.
I see some chick with her shorts and a vagina, I'm assuming she's going to get a yeast infection.
But if you see a guy wearing his spandex, it looks like there's a banana in the front. You're like, oh yeah, I want a banana split. Oh yeah,
I know. No, I'm not stupid. I know that he will have, like,
a banana.
stage fucking 5 swamp ass, and he'll be putting something on his balls that night. Appropriate workout gear applies to all private parts. Same thing for chicks with big... I wear 2 bras at the gym so we don't have a fucking incident.
I feel when I'm working out, the least amount of clothing, the better you can flex and get things done.
Right, but let me tell you what. Chick workout pants. There's a reason why bitches leave the house in this even when they ain't going to the gym. The shit's
look
comfortable.
awesome.
It goes up under your boobs and it sucks everything in. These appropriate pants do not cause camel toes. These super fucking short, like,
Maybe they got them from
cheerleader
Kmart.
shorts.
Maybe they couldn't afford the better pair.
No, you can get the
Yeah.
better
Are
pants
you
at Kmart.
discriminating about people's finances and their workout clothing?
No, because I buy discount workout clothes too, made of inappropriate material. This shit was napkin fucking thin.
Oh, yeah.
Are you showing camel toe pictures?
Some 1980s camel toe.
That's about what she was wearing.
That's fucking righteous. Why can't I go to a gym with that?
Oh my god. P.S. Just to make it creeper for you fucks, she was approximately 18 years old.
Fuck yeah.
Legal.
Oh
Legal.
my god, I fucking
right.
hate the both of you. You were 3 seconds away from being fucking divorced.
Look, on this podcast, I'm Bert. I
Yeah.
can talk some shit. And that's exactly what I'm doing. I just don't understand. Well, okay, I mean, if you women are that self-conscious about it, then...
No, we don't appreciate it, and the fact that you told me you're always fucking looking out for it pisses me off.
It sounds always looking for it. It just sometimes it's obvious. I look away. Because if I did it, I'd get slapped.
Slapped is the least of your worries. I've watched enough true crime and CSI that no one will ever find your fucking body. Because I told you, I'm not getting divorced again. I'm becoming a widow. Bitch.
I'm just saying, I'm sorry you girls are self-conscious about it, but guys do not mind it.
Look, no
We
girl...
hope you women look at us.
No woman ever put
like
on a
that.
pair of shorts going, I hope this accentuates my camel toe.
Oh, bull crap. I know those women have done that.
Those women
Wearing
are fucking
shorts.
Those are the same women that post on Craigslist for threesomes. Jesus.
Miss Canada.
Good lord.
Miss Canada.
There's shit that you have to do to put in your swimsuit so that doesn't happen. I've watched videos about it.
Yeah, I saw a picture where she didn't do it.
Anyway, changing the subject since I'm surrounded
No.
by fucking pervs.
No, so let's talk about women or man who think they're women, and when they go to GameStop,
Oh, God.
and they get called sir. Have you seen that video?
No.
Oh, my bro, where the fuck have you been?
So somewhere in Texas, I believe it was Texas, maybe it was New Mexico.
Hold on.
New Mexico. I think
We
it was
need
New Mexico.
reference on what this dude looks like. Continue to tell him the story. though.
So I don't know exactly what the argument was about because I think the phone got started filming after the incident. But it's a transvestite.
He was angry about something at GameStop.
Transvestite, transgender, whatever. Is a man dressed up as a woman. Pink Nikes, pink shirt, blue jeans, real tight.
Hoop earrings.
Totally looks like a dude in the face. And when I think about it, I'm trying to think about who he looks like. Do you remember the husband in Married with Children? The neighbor's husband?
Oh.
No.
Handsome Dan? No, the Scream from Wayne's World 2.
This guy looks like a blonde Alice Cooper who's super tall. Hold on, wait! This is the super short version.
No, we're not doing credit. You're going to give me my fucking money back.
Excuse me, sir. There's a young man in here.
Excuse me, it's ma'am. It's ma'am.
Oh,
You need to settle down and mind your business.
good lord.
Ma'am. Once again, ma'am. I said both of you. No, you said sir. Once again, it's ma'am. I actually said both of you guys. It was general. Right beforehand, you fucking said sir. Sir? Okay. Motherfucker, take it outside if you want to call me
So ladylike.
Yeah, really.
sir.
Jesus.
Motherfucker.
That's a big
Wait,
dude, too.
Look at fucking He-Man in a pink top.
It gets better.
I need your corporate number because I'm going to call them and talk about how it's misgendered several times in this store.
Misgendered.
I need your corporate number now. Get it for me now. I'm going to ask you to calm down and stop.
Google it, fuckface.
Give me your corporate number. Well, I'm going to ask you for the 5th time to stop calling me a man because quite clearly I am not. And I apologize. I'm sorry for that, ma'am. I'll get to that number. Is that okay?
Keep waiting.
Yes, get it for me now. I'm asking you to stop. Get it for me now. I'm not cussing. I'm not cussing. Okay. Give me the number now, please. Ooh.
Is he concerned again?
That's awesome.
This is He-Man
Wow.
in a pink top, lady tennis shoes, and hoop earrings. This is a sir.
So, on my way to work, which is an hour plus drive for me every day, and on the way home, of course, I thought about this.
Long.
If you're allowed to choose, if you can choose something, it should be allowed. Like people who are homosexual. If you choose to be gay, if you choose to be attracted to the same sex, I think that's acceptable. But you don't get to choose your gender.
Yeah.
You are born that way. And I've heard a lot of people who believe in gay rights and everything, they're like, I was born this way. When people say they're born, they feel like they're a woman. You know what? If you're a dude and you feel like you're a woman, it is okay to have those tendencies, you know? I mean, yeah, you probably got made fun of in school, and I'm sorry about that and everything else. You can be a very sensitive, ladylike man. I've known a few. Just as a girl who is very masculine, tomboys, everything else, that is completely acceptable. That doesn't mean you are the wrong gender.
Yeah.
You just may relate to the other gender better. With that video, that dude, sir, totally a sir, I don't think you get to choose your gender. You can choose your religion, you can choose your sexual preference, but gender is one of those things you don't get to choose. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's science behind a male and a female.
I would love to say that I'm, this is a common phrase Brad and I love to use, woke enough
Woke.
to be able to admit that there's, what is it up to, in the tens of thousands of kinds of genders right now? Now, I'm willing to go where
Bill Nye
there...
says like 46 or something, but Bill Nye's a mechanical engineer who couldn't get his comedy act together, so it's like, screw you, Bill.
So, listen.
Whatever.
Are there several different types of sexual orientations?
Absolutely.
Absolutely!
Because it's your choice. You have a preference. You can choose that. I may not agree with it, but what you want to do is all up to you.
I'm willing to go 2.5 on the genders. Vaginas, dicks, and those born with both. That's it.
Yeah. Well,
And I get that he's dressed like a woman. That guy should have recognized that. But he said, you guys. That was the whole thing that got said. You guys. If my in-laws are coming up, one man, one female, I'm going to say, what time are you guys going to get up here?
yeah.
If-
I say that's too.
Constantly. If I'm talking to my sister or my sister-in-law, what time do you guys want to meet at the restaurant? Mm-hmm. It's just what people say. And if you're that fucking offended by it, keep your ass at home and order your games on your Xbox.
Somebody that gets that offended is out looking to cause a
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're just hunting down the social justice fucking warriors where it's the whole fucking planet against them. And I don't care what gender you are.
No, absolutely.
You can fucking suck it.
Yeah.
There's some YouTubers I watch, and they looked over that video, and that's exactly what they said, Brad. This is somebody who was looking to pick a fight.
Mm-hmm.
And
it wasn't they said something mean or anything else. Yeah, they said sir when, okay, it should have been ma'am or whatever. But they could have said, hey, fugly.
Yeah.
I mean, or whatever. I mean,
or freak,
freak. Yeah, thank you. I couldn't even think of freak. Good insults. Damn. But no, they said sir. I mean, they were trying to be polite. You know what? All I can think about is Too Long Food, Thanks for Everything, Julie Newmar, with Patrick Swayze, when that sheriff goes up under his dress and he says, get your hand off my dick.
Look, it used to be easy back in the day. I was told this by somebody who now would be considered transgender, but this person would absolutely disagree with this. Back in the day, shit was easy. If you were a gay man that dressed like a woman, you were a drag queen. If you were a straight man that dressed like a woman, you were a transvestite. Mm-hmm. That's it.
Yeah.
2 fucking terms. Now, if somebody saw you dress like a woman and assumed you were gay, all you would have to say is, no, I'm not a drag queen. I'm a transvestite. Absolutely fucking fine. But here's the thing. In the morning, I straight sound like a dude. Super gravelly and groggy and shit. Roll over, answer the phone. Somebody says, how are you doing today, sir? It's a bill collector. Or somebody wanting to sell me some shit. I don't rage.
Has this happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, as she lets the toilet seat up to take a piss.
I don't go off into a fucking rage and ask for the corporate number. The dude heard my voice. It was all gravelly and groggy. My morning fucking voice before I've had coffee, before I've even gotten up to brush my teeth, and thought, sir, oh well, I don't even correct him. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Some stranger trying to sell me shit on the phone. I mean, it's a person who makes fucking mistakes.
Just do role reversal, and if it's a dude, you call him, no ma'am, I'm sorry, I'm not interested.
And then there's, I hate to say it, there's times you don't fucking know. And in that goddamn case, which happened to us once, we still argue about this shit to this day. You just don't say anything.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you, please, whatever. You don't say you guys, you don't say sir or ma'am. You avoid that at all costs.
That's what we do
This
at
dude
work.
clearly
you try
had
to be
a
polite
dick.
about it and everything else, because like I said, it's whatever they want to do, but I'm still, there are 2.5 genders.
Yeah, we refer to everyone as a user, not like her, him, user. Like
We use team member.
I'm sorry.
yeah.
This shit is getting out of fucking control because I read in the news the other day that New York has become the first state to where now you don't have to put male or female on a baby's birth certificate.
really. How?
This shit is out of fucking control.
See, and they're in trouble.
And let me tell you what, they want to act like we're being fucking bigoted ass, punk ass bitches to all these transgender people. What about them acting like they're fucking newborn baby that hasn't even developed enough sense in their mind to choose? What if they had a boy, and that boy wanted to wear fucking Nike and be with his dudes and do dude things, and no, I don't like pink, it's for girls. He has the right to fucking do that, but now they're acting like he doesn't?
Yeah.
They're assign. You're not supposed to assign gender, but they want their kid to be transgender. Isn't that assigning them something that they may not even grow up to be comfortable with? You're putting this fucking bullshit into your fucking kids' brains. And it's fucking child abuse.
Yeah, let them decide for themselves when they're old enough to make the decision.
Yeah.
Yeah, if
12,
one of my sons...
8, 15... These are not ages where you make decisions. There's a reason you're not supposed to be able to buy cigarettes until you're 18. Mm-hmm. You can't purchase a gun now until you're 21. You can't drink alcohol until you're 21. Why?
You can't get married until you're 18.
You have to be at a level of maturity. Say a 6-year-old saying, I want to be a girl. What? No, they don't know any better.
But you don't tell them no. You explain to them that boys have this and girls have that, but people have different lifestyles. And what you want to grow up with, how you want to be when you grow up is how you get to be. Mm-hmm. You get to choose. But sometimes your choices will change. Things change with age.
So I'm going to quote 2 movies here. Kindergarten Cop. Boys have penis. Girls have a vagina. Just going to put that out there. That little kid was really smart even after he got hit by the semi in Pet Sematary. Same kid, by the way. And then Varsity Blues. Penis. Vagina. These are words to live by, people.
If people want to tell, if one of my kids came up to me confused, and now I got to explain this shit to my kids. Right? Why can't they just be whatever in the fuck they want to be? Gay, straight, whatever. But I'm not going to sit, I mean... And another thing, too, like, they hate to be referred to... Ain't none of them volunteering to chop their dicks off. If you want to be a woman so bad, why ain't there more Lorena Bobbitt shit going on?
Bruce has still got his.
Oh, really?
Yeah!
Fake tits.
He still got his. He dates women.
Oh, really? Oh, so that's how they get more than just the two, right? Like, you've got a person that identifies as a woman but wants to be with women and men. Or
Then you're just a fucking lesbian.
Well, like, how did they get more than two? Or
I don't know. Can somebody explain to me why Marilyn Manson got boob implants? I mean, yeah, I blame Marilyn Manson for all this.
No, look, physical augmentation aside, like, you don't have to define it. And I don't either. I shouldn't have to be required to read up on this shit so I know how to properly identify what the fuck you are. You're a human being. I'll treat you with respect. Until you don't treat me with respect, then I'm gonna blow up on your ass.
And that's what all boils down to, respect. And I'm sorry, people do make mistakes. That gentleman at GameStop, working behind the counter, he made a mistake.
Sir, ma'am, you guys trying to be polite, even when that dude was like, getting ready to jump over the desk at the guy, he was still being calm and polite and asking them not to cuss in front of a little kid. What a piece of shit individual. I say that sarcastically because that guy held a shit. I'd have jumped over that fucking counter and be like, take off your earrings and bring it, bitch!
Let's take this outside! Yeah.
Fucking He-Man looking ass!
Yeah, people, you can make your own decisions, that's fine. I still believe there's just a few genders. I don't believe there's multiple genders. Your sexual preference is
and
all
orientation.
Up to you. And orientation is all up to you, I guess.
And honestly, it's your business. Why are they forcing their private shit on the fucking general public? I don't tell people what Bert and I do in the bedroom.
Yeah, really.
We sleep.
Yes, and Bert recently snores a lot.
Just head cold. But yeah, I don't know. It bothers me. It bothers me so bad. And then, I don't know, that gets us to like Cincinnati right now too. I don't know if you heard about the two cops that have received some disciplinary action for some words they used on.
All I heard was racial.
So one gentleman used the N-word.
Oh, that's fucking. Lady. Now that ground zero? No.
Well, let me finish. He used the N-word arresting this woman. He's on suspension. Okay, I'm fine with that. They're calling for him to be fired. Is there a history? Is it repeated? That's wrong. But there's another officer used the exact same word, but he is a person of color. He got a write-up. No suspension. So my question is that equality there?
No.
Should it not be the same punishment for one as the other? And my answer is yes. That is an inappropriate word. I don't care what color you are, who you are, how high-ranking of an official or how low-ranking official. That word is inappropriate to be used. It should not be used. And if you're going to do one disciplinary action for one, it should be repeated for the other.
So, in customer service, it wouldn't matter me, a white woman, or a black gentleman. You're not allowed to call a customer a bitch. That is part of the job. You're not allowed to cuss at the customers. You have to be polite. You have to say this. You have to say that. As a part of a job, as a police officer, not using racial slurs, that implies to both cops, regardless of gender or race.
Totally agree. So, one punishment should be fitting of the other punishment. So, if it's a write-up, I'm fine with that. If it's a suspension, I'm fine with that.
But it applies to both.
It applies to both. And is it inappropriate? Absolutely. Do I think they should lose their job over it? I'm borderline with this. I feel like there should be a definite reprimand.
It would depend on their record.
Total reprimand, be put in their permanent file, and if it comes up again, then I would say absolutely. You know what? You've been taught about this once.
Because people do make mistakes, and people do say shit out of anger.
If you were in a bad situation, it's scary. I get it. But do you know that, 3 years ago, the NFL wanted to put microphones in everybody's helmets, and the players went to the union and rebelled against it? Because, we talk smack on the field. We don't want people to know what we're saying. And they're like, what kind of smack? And some of the players are like, we call them this, the N-word. All this stuff gets dropped. They're like, well, that's not appropriate for TV. We know that's why we don't want the microphones in our helmets.
This is to get people pissed off so they make mistakes.
Exactly. But, not saying it's appropriate for that, but the players knew this is not a good idea. And I'm sorry, there's some good players out there when it comes to how they are in public, and there's some that just don't give a crap.
Yeah.
Domestic violence, the drug use, and everything else. But them as a group said, no, we talk shit on the field. That we are being watched on regular TV by families. That stuff does not need to be heard.
I look at it like this, too. Like, I hate to say it because I know that there's a lot of physical strength involved in, professional sports, too. But it is fucking entertainment. Leonardo DiCaprio wasn't called a racist after... What's that movie where he drops the N-word like 5,000 fucking times?
Django Unchained.
Nobody's coming for... It's a part he fucking played.
What's with Quentin Tarantino in every movie he does using that word? Nobody said anything about that.
So here's what really gets me, since you opened the gates.
Here we go. I just put down a little thingy in my notes.
Django dropped that word. Leonardo DiCaprio dropped that word in Django so many times. Jamie Foxx was in that movie as Django. Listen to it. Made millions and millions and millions of dollars off this movie. But then Paula Deen talks about how she said it like 20, 30 years ago, and Jamie Foxx like, oh no, that bitch racist. You know what?
A white man wrote that script for you, buddy.
You're a hypocrite. Exactly. You're a hypocrite. That woman said it so long ago, and she talked about how it was wrong, and yet you watched a fellow actor drop that word multiple times during a scene so you can make millions of dollars, and you don't bat an eye. That's a hypocrite.
And not imagine how many takes
the money
he had to listen to white dudes calling him that name, and he just fucking took it and his paycheck.
Totally inappropriate. And then I hear, well, it's all about historical accuracy.
That's right, but we got to tear down all our history that's racist.
Incorrect. You know why that's not accurate? So there's a scene in that movie where they talk about using dynamite to blow something up. Guess what? The year that movie was supposed to be occurring in, dynamite wasn't invented yet. So Quentin Tarantino, your history ain't freaking straight.
Yeah, and if you've seen Inglourious Bastards, he got World War II all wrong, too.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
It's one dude's interpretation of actual shit that... How do you interpret facts?
It's completely inappropriate. I don't care who you are. I grew up.
Honestly,
I grew up around the word. I did. I knew people use it all the time.
Not in my family. Not in my house.
But here's the thing. I lived in California and Arizona. I heard it all the time. I moved to Tennessee, Memphis. Very large black population. I heard it more when I lived in Memphis in the 6th grade in class among other students. I was one of only 5 white kids in this class, and of those 5 white kids, I was one of only 2 that were actually white. The Vietnamese girl, the Hispanic girl, and the Vietnamese boy were all considered white in our class. But all the other students, they dropped that N-bomb all the time.
There are so many racial slurs that other races don't use against each other. I think that people should just try and not use the fucking word ever.
Yeah, agreed. It is completely a horrific word. Should not be brought up. It bothers me because rap songs, all over rap songs, they talk about banning books.
Oh, like the Baby It's Cold Outside thing? That whole thing? They were like, have you listened to a rap song? You want to talk about date rape and shit being sexist as fuck?
Yeah, but Huckleberry Finn has the N-word in it. They want to take it out of the library for schools. Give me a Tupac, give me an R. Kelly, give me one of their songs that doesn't have that N-word drop. I want them pulled off the shelves.
Yeah, right.
Oh, well, that's not entertainment. Wait a minute, that book was entertainment. It is more historically accurate because it was at that time. Hypocrites.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hypocrites. Everybody wants to be PC. No, you're only PC when it's convenient for you.
Exactly.
I mean, it's hypocrisy.
And I'm sorry, you can't be PC these days because anything that comes out of your mouth is going to offend somebody. If everybody would just go by my life rule, okay? Here we go. I'm going to break it down. Just try your hardest to not be a dick. Until somebody's a dick to you, and then it's time to be a dick.
So
humans are humans.
Whoa.
Every human deserves a certain amount of respect until they do something to lose that respect. And then you may be a dick.
All right. So
you may be a dick.
This sounds like a movie quote, but some of the words were changed for you people. So let's see if you all can tell me what movie this is from. Your job is to be nice. If somebody calls you a cocksucker, I want you to be nice. When should we not be nice? I will tell you not to be nice.
Full Metal Jacket?
No.
Roadhouse. Patrick Swayze. Be nice.
So you're saying if somebody comes up to me and calls my mama a whore, I'm supposed to be nice? Is she?
I mean, you just stole Patrick Swayze's quote.
Oh my God, is my life freaking, like, is it How I Live My Life a quote from Roadhouse?
Roadhouse. But I do agree with your message of life, as I agree with Patrick Swayze's message of life.
I mean, I think we're all fucking human beings. We're all trying to get around in this bullshit and figure out how we're going to afford shit, raise our kids, and pay fucking taxes, and drive decent cars and make decent I mean, we're all fucking pumping this grind together. We should all treat each other well. And then the first time somebody doesn't treat you well, you've lost your ability to be treated well by me.
Yep, agreed. Yeah, but back to it. Yeah, N-word, totally inappropriate. I don't care who you are. Should not be said. Should not be uttered. And there's probably a word for every religious or
that's what I'm
racial
saying. You
thing
don't
out
see
there.
other fucking people using and I'm
I
not
don't
even
need
going
to
to
drop.
say them, but the Jewish people have their fucking racial slurs and
They're
shit.
not calling each other.
Yeah, you know, I mean, and I hate to say it, but I mean, where I grew up, it was about 50-50. 50% white, 50%
Where the
black.
hell'd you grow up at?
Fucking close to downtown Cincinnati, bitch. East End. I went to Cincinnati public schools, baby.
I went to Claremont. There was only like one other black kid, so...
So, where I grew up...
Northern Kentucky, we had hillbillies.
And let me tell you what, this is adults. A lot of kids that I grew up with didn't talk like that. I never even heard the N-word until I moved out of my racially diverse neighborhood. And
I did. I heard it real young. I knew it was bad.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't one
I guess
word
it
you
must be
repeated.
some-
My grandma used it a lot, but...
my grandma
She came from a different
never
time.
did. And even though she was from a different time, my grandma never used... I've never heard her say that word. Neither grandma on both sides of my family. But... I guess it must be certain areas because, like, I know for a fact that in polls and stuff, Ohio's full of a bunch of cussers. I personally can get, like, Cincinnati is full of some potty mouth ass people, including me. Hence the name of our podcast and the fact that we're Cincinnati based. But the point is, where I grew up, nobody used that word. Nobody used racial slurs, period. So when I would hear some shit, I had no idea it was racist. And there's a lot more words out there that I have no idea are racial slurs.
Well,
some people just don't fucking know.
There is some terrible stuff out
Nobody sits you down in school. Don't say this because it offends this people. Don't say this because it offends people. You know, nobody fucking...
So that does bring another topic. There is one thing that we did learn in school. So today we were talking about drinking at work. Yeah, you know. And one of the guys was talking about...
Drinking alcohol at work?
No, not... We were talking about drinking while at work, but not drinking at work. We were at work today and we were discussing drinking.
Okay. I get what you're saying now.
But one of the guys was talking about, like, it's a beer an hour, right? You can drink a beer an hour and still be okay with the drive. Like, yeah, whatever. I mean, that doesn't work for everybody. But, I mean, because we were talking about using an Uber and not actually drinking and driving. And he goes, yeah, he goes, but if I do like a shot of hard liquor or something, I mean, I wouldn't drive at all. I'm like, well, that's equivalent to a beer. And he looks at me and he goes, is it?
Yes.
And I looked over at one of the other supervisors, and he's like, yeah. I'm like, we learned that in health class. He's like, yeah. I'm like, I remember being in high school, a beer equals 4 ounces of wine, which equals a shot of hard liquor. And I was like, holy crap. They were teaching us how to drink when we were in high school.
So, from somebody who went to bartending school, 1 bottle of beer, 1 properly poured glass of wine, because a glass of wine is only supposed to be filled 66% of the glass.
Which is around 4 ounces.
1 shot of alcohol, 45 proof or better.
2 ounces, right, for a shot?
1.
1 ounce, okay.
1 ounce.
So 1 ounce, 4 ounce,
so you can have
12 ounce.
1 shot per hour, 1 actual glass of wine per hour, or 1 beer per hour.
Yeah.
And that is it.
But I just thought it funny as we were discussing that. I'm like, man, that was shit we learned in high school.
So if you drink 3 beers at a bar, you better hope that you've been there 3 hours. That's how that works out.
Yeah, but just to the point, they taught us how to drink in high school, but they didn't tell us which words we shouldn't call people. So
Yeah.
that's just what I'm putting out there.
And now, can you imagine them trying to explain this whole, like, gender shit? It just confuses kids.
Well, you know what they did? They're like, well, we don't want to teach them this. Just don't teach them cursive.
Well, here's the... Yeah, well, no, actually, they're bringing it back now.
Yeah, they're getting rid of Common Core, too, thank God. You know how many people I have to deal with and can't do simple math? I mean, it's a lot.
Do you remember when they wanted to ban sex ed? Now everything is about what the fuck, like, people's privates? And what the fuck they're doing with them?
What would a kid, like a younger kid, even think if they tried to bust all this shit out and explain it to them?
They would probably be like, are you fucking stupid?
You're like, what?
Look, I tell my kids like this.
See, that's why there's YouTube. It makes it a whole lot easier now.
Yeah.
Just be respectful. Don't fucking hit people.
So you just went from don't be a dick
No.
to just be respectful. No, it's the same advice, just different words.
It is. 'Cause, yeah.
Just be nice.
I'm not going to tell my kids to not be a dick. I'm going to tell them like this.
Just be respectful.
Be respectful.
Until you can't be respectful anymore. When they're not respectful to you, then you not be respectful to them.
There is a process here, okay? Don't call people names. Don't be mean to people on purpose. Don't be a bully. Don't be manipulative. If somebody's doing all of this to you, tell the teacher. If the teacher doesn't listen, tell the principal. If none of them listen and then I get involved, after I get involved, if that kid still treats you like shit, you whoop her ass!
Well, you know what I was taught? The golden rule. Treat others as you would like to be treated.
That is true.
Who wants to be treated meanly? Nope, nobody.
Yep.
Let's throw some of them dominatrix guys who are really into it. But besides them, treat others the way you want to be treated. That still stands very firm today.
Sticks and stones, baby. Sticks and stones.
Sticks and stones, I got a stone in the head, and that's why I got this scar on my head, because in 4th grade, I was making fun of a 5th grader, and I got
since we're all hot topic as a motherfucker, let's bring it down. All right.
No,
on my list now.
It's about your time to blow the podcast.
No, okay.
Shit.
Well, first, okay, another note I wrote was my life is poop, piss, and pubes.
Poop, piss, and pubes. Three
This
P's.
is the conversation I had with Kelly when I was talking about how, I don't know, I gotta ask you guys a question. This is an anatomy question. Since we're already talking about dicks and balls and things.
Don't be a dick.
When you guys were teenagers, did your pubes just fall the fuck out everywhere?
Not that I can recall. I don't know.
Because our oldest, the bathroom is as much covered in poop and piss as it is pubes.
All I know
My
is,
life is cleaning up poop, piss, and pubes.
all I know is the urinal at work, there is a little furry patch.
Yeah, now that
All the time. And I don't know if someone's just got to dig in because it itches. But it's always covered. And it's cleaned daily.
So this is a dude, there's just like...
It's a dude. We shed down there, apparently.
Yeah, when you gave me some more visual interpretation, I guess it happens.
All right, well, so now I know that my boy is normal, but also my life is poop, piss, and pubes, so yeah, housewives should get paid. Anyway, so then my next one was Chick-fil-A.
Oh, I love
Because we always got to talk about Chick-fil-A. I had delicious Chick-fil-A for lunch today. I was out running around.
What?
Yeah, bitch.
I ate leftover chicken Alfredo, and you got to eat Chick-fil-A?
I was fucking busy today.
Whatever. Don't be a dick.
Yeah.
Anyway, so, like, I didn't even have to speak into the box at the drive-thru.
They come up to you and waited on you?
Twice. I pull up, and there's a guy there, and he's like, what can I get you? And I'm like, I'd like a number 1, please. And he's like, you want any sauce? I'm like, lots of mayo. Like, fucking white gold deliciousness. That is Chick-fil-A mayo. So he's like, all right, I can get that for you right here. I paid for it right there. I pull up to the next guy standing in a little box, and he's like, is this an order for Stephanie? And I was like, yep. And he goes, I'll get your receipt right here for you. And gave me a receipt, and then I went to the window and got my shit. Boom! I never even talked into a box. And there was a bunch of us in line, and I waited like 3 minutes.
You talk about the ultimate inefficiency. Like, Chipotle used to have it inside the restaurant.
Yeah, they
There
did.
could be a line, 50 people long, and in 10 minutes you were walking out with your burrito. It ain't like that anymore. Yeah. And the reason it's not, because hipsters work at Chipotle, and they ruined Chipotle. Just putting it out there. Hipsters, you ruined it. You know why I know you're hipsters? You're all wearing berets, you got nose rings, and you just, I don't know, you just got this cockiness to you, and I don't like it.
No, you
Except for the one lady near where I work at, this woman, when you say extra sour cream, she gives you she's the sweetest thing ever. All right. So, Chipotle had the internal efficiency. Chick-fil-A, knowing how great their product is.
efficiency all around.
I mean, it used to be just going to drive through and you wait, and everybody was complaining. They take freaking, like, comments. I mean, like, how was your service, blah, blah. And when people complain enough, hey, I was in line for a long time. They got it to their heads. You know what? Let's put people out there and, like, get this shit going.
There is a reason why there's memes everywhere, like about McDonald's, where it's like, I threw $8 at her and I told her, surprise me, you're not going to give me what I order anyway. But then there's memes on Chick-fil-A about just how nice these fucking people are. And it's true, because if I pull up to a drive-thru at McDonald's and there's 3 people in that motherfucker,
You're screwed.
I'm going somewhere else, because I know that's 20 fucking minutes. I will confidently pull into a Chick-fil-A, 8 to 10 motherfuckers in there, knowing I'm getting my shit in like 3, 4, 5 minutes tops if they got to make their sweet tea fresh.
So with McDonald's, the one near us specifically, there is a 33% chance, because based off the odds of what I order, that if I order a double quarter pounder with cheese, I will get a double quarter pounder with cheese box with a single quarter pounder inside this thing. 33% chance. Now, Chick-fil-A, I've only had one complaint. Their chicken salad is disgusting. It is one of the most vile things I've ever eaten.
But Bert also likes the chicken salad at fucking Arby's, so take that with a grain of salt.
It's got grapes and pecans in it. It's amazing.
Oh, gross.
But anyway, excuse me, sir. Would you like a refill? Is there anything else I can do to have so you can have a pleasurable day? I don't care if they're super Christian. I'm upset they're not open on Sundays, but I understand and I respect. But the service is always good. Their business model is superb because they're doing what they can to improve the customer experience.
They don't have so much stupid bullshit on the menu.
When you see all these other restaurants, they're all putting kiosks in now. Chick-fil-A ain't. Chick-fil-A's like, let's hire more people.
So when we went to...
It's amazing.
When we went to SuperCon, obviously you're out of town, you're gone all fucking day. There is a McDonald's at every fucking exit you passed.
Oh, yeah.
By the time we hit the point where you're going to start chewing on the steering wheel, we had to pull over and get some fucking food. So we pull into a McDonald's. 3 motherfuckers standing in the lobby instructing us on how to use the kiosk. There are 3 fucking people here. That's more goddamn cashiers than at Walmart. Why can't you just ring my shit?
This shit.
Anyway, so moving on before we get on to a rant, because we need...
No, I want to rant more about fast food restaurants.
We are so fucking negative.
No, except for Chick-fil-A. You guys are awesome.
Yeah,
Keep it up.
Keep doing your thing.
Hey, others, follow Chick-fil-A. You'll be fine. And they only sell chicken.
Yeah, one fucking thing. In different forms and shapes and sizes.
With
right.
the best hot pepper cheese, the best mayonnaise, and the Chick-fil-A sauce. Amazing.
God.
I think I maybe ate there twice.
What? Brad,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
It's always fucking packed everywhere I'm at.
Look, you're going to get through the line.
Well, now that I know that, I'll have to check it out.
I promise you.
You're going to get through the line. Now, I do have one critique. Chick-fil-A, your drive-through design is kind of stupid for how you turn into the building.
Yeah, you buy way too little property.
You need to buy a bigger piece of property so a little more room because, I mean, the one complaint is we got our food really quick, but then we waited 15 minutes to get out of our parking spot because the drive-through was long.
But other than that, you're going to get your food in a packed drive-through and you are not waiting more than 5 minutes.
Chick-fil-A,
under no circumstances.
Start buying all the Sonics and use Sonic's model. That would work out really, really well, I think. So let's do that. Other than that, you're great. Keep it up.
So, I think this last thing on my list, I wrote cleaning music, kitchen karaoke, Hall & Oates.
Love Hall & Oates.
So, when I clean, I listen to Hall & Oates radio on Pandora.
I turned her on to it.
No, I turned you on to it, fuckface.
No, I turned her on to Hall & Oates.
You did not!
You may have listened to it, but I told you, there's a whole radio station dedicated to Hall & Oates. And you're like, what? You knew who Hall & Oates were and you loved their music, but I'm the one who told you that there was
because I love them so much, I went out and bought CDs.
It's not my fault you're not up with the times.
I've
Let me
had
get
those.
you an 8-track.
First of all, I still own 8-tracks, ass. I still own cassette tapes. All my albums are at Mom's, but I own albums.
Anyway, continue.
Anyway, I know to look for Hall & Oates radio. Hall & Oates radio has been in my playlist on Pandora for fucking ever. The point is, you didn't start listening to that shit until you would come home and I'd be cleaning. And you're like, this is a great fucking
Untrue
channel.
statement. I started listening to Hall & Oates because I was always listening to Billy Joel radio or Huey Lewis radio at work. And Hall & Oates kept on coming up. I'm like, well, this is a pretty good mix. So I went to Hall & Oates radio. And I got a better mix. Other than Fleetwood Mac. There's a lot too much Fleetwood Mac.
No.
I'm not a big fan of Stevie Nicks. But
They got America on there.
I like America.
Phil Collins.
I
Michael
like.
Jackson and shit.
But if you go Huey Lewis News, you get a little bit of a min at work.
Anyway, it is fucking amazing. And if you ever just want to fucking groove while you're fucking cleaning your house, Hall & Oates radio.
So this is copyrighted material, but I want to do a movie completely based off Hall & Oates music about a guy moving and his girlfriend and him breaking up. And he's trying to find out why she's breaking up with him because he thinks she's cheating on him, but it turns out she's just planning his surprise birthday party after he moves. And every major scene in this movie, a Hall & Oates song fits. Like in the beginning, when he sees his girlfriend, he talks about how much he loves her. Sarah smiles, please.
I was going to say, Sarah, smile.
And then when he thinks that she's cheating on him with his best friend, it's private eyes are watching you. I mean, I had this planned out. I want to write the script for it. I totally want to do this. And you know what? It may not be a good movie, but it'll make one hell of a Broadway musical.
Look, Hall & Oates is just fucking solid.
So
It's just solid.
It would be great. I think it's awesome.
So there's one more little thing on here. I didn't put it in my notes on my phone because I found it on my computer earlier.
All right, well, before we get to your thing, the one thing I want to talk about was New Year's resolutions.
Oh, yeah, let's talk about some New Year's.
So you're giving up chips.
I'm giving up chips.
I'm trying to reduce cussing. This podcast is evidence. I suck at that.
I just can't do it. Like, I get that I'm an adult and I should be able to do it. But also, too, like, I don't know. It's just...
But
you know, some people talk with an accent. My accent is the word fuck.
And then mine becomes that because my mental ability starts copying off of her because I'm trying to get her to like me. You know, stupid people science. And, yeah.
Weird people science.
Sorry. You're right. We should do a topic called stupid people science. That'd be great.
I mean, we could do it. We could do an episode on stupid people science.
But also, you know what? I mean, we exercised a lot last year. We kind of blew it for the holidays.
Look, I look at it like this.
And that's fine. That's fine.
I joined the gym at the last week of April. I didn't fall off from the gym until I blew out my calf.
Yeah, agreed. You did great.
Around Thanksgiving.
You did great. I'm not saying that.
I started I changed my eating program. Like, I was counting calories, and then I was keto, but I was on some form of diet from the beginning of March until Thanksgiving.
No, you did great. I'm not saying you didn't.
If I eat right and exercise 10 out of 12 fucking months, that's a win in my book.
Agreed. So here we are trying to do the healthy thing again, you know, New Year and everything else. So
we're easing into keto again. We are not going balls deep in it because I can't get keto flu.
So once my gym opened up, which was yesterday, I started going to the gym again. We started doing step competitions. let Brad talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, fill us in on the step competition that you added us in, Brad.
Fuck you, Barry.
Barry. We can call her Terry. It'll be okay.
So we get invites from Brad last week. Hey, work week hustle next week.
And Brad was motivated. He invited us to this shit like fucking 5 days early.
We're like, yeah, let's do this. That's great. That's great. So was me, Steph, Brad. Brad added his brother. It's like, I'm going to add Terry, too, Steph's sister. I was like, interesting.
I texted him. I was like, are you fucking insane? You know my sister's not human.
I had forgotten about her abilities.
Now,
she does.
Terry has two loves, walking and dogs.
And her job now is literally walking fucking dogs. This bitch puts in 20,000 plus fucking steps a day.
And we learned that the hard way on Monday.
Yeah.
Day fucking one. Brad texts me. This bitch is 10,000 plus steps before noon.
Well, I mean, like, on a good day, I'll hit maybe, like, 13,000, 14,000. That's a good fucking day.
Yep, that's
right?
good for
You
me.
gotta work for 10,000. She's got it before I fucking crawl out of bed. Like, come the fuck on. Yeah.
Like, she is a fucking machine. She is not human. Sometimes, like, when you text me or you were like, I know she's putting her Fitbit in the dryer.
Yeah, dude.
Like, maybe. But yeah, so, like, there is no keeping up with her. Absolutely. And, like, so she does motivate me to try and get my numbers up, but I look at it like this, okay?
She kind of motivates. No, there was full-fledged motivation Monday. So Monday, we were at the grocery store. And Stephanie is jogging in place as we're walking around getting our groceries for the new year. For our party, our pizza rolls and all that good stuff. So she's in place, you know, moving, arms moving. And this family walks by us. And this little girl, maybe 8, 9 years old, I hear her whisper, "What's that lady doing?" And her brother, probably about 12 or 13, goes, he's like, "She's trying to get her steps in." Duh.
I'm an embarrassment to my family at the grocery store trying to whip my sister's ass on a step competition.
But that's how diehard Stephanie was.
I wasn't even going to do anything that day. I was like, it's New Year's Eve. I'm not doing shit. And then Brad texts me about her steps. And I get up and I'm like, God damn it. And Kelly's like, what? And I'm like, why am I so competitive? My sister's got all these steps and now I have to do shit today.
So just to give you folks the rundown. Here it is. Thursday. Terry has 64,982 steps. Brad's brother has 50,370 steps. Stephanie has 40,436 steps. Brad has 39,646 steps, and I have 37,740 steps. I am just in this so nobody else has to be last.
Stephanie waits till the last hour and then clocks her fucking steps.
Super sneaky.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, how does this motivate anyone?
I was at the gym yesterday. I pulled it out. Like, hey, I'm beating Stephanie, and I'm right above Brad. Wait a minute. Stephanie hasn't synced for 12 freaking hours.
She
so I text her, I'm like, are you cheating, bitch?
Yeah, she waits till we cross her, and then she's like, watch this motherfucker.
No, so listen.
Oh, damn.
When I had my Flex 2 Fitbit, that battery on that fucking thing lasted 3-4 days. Mm-hmm. So I had it set up for all day sync. So anytime I would tap it, anytime I got into the Fitbit app, and repeatedly throughout the day, it would just automatically sync. With these fucking things, what are they, the Charge?
Charge HR.
I got a Charge, I think it's the 2.
Yeah, yours is the 2.
The battery's pretty good on this, but I had to charge 1.
This
and it
one,
sucked.
the battery lasts like a day and a half.
Yeah, it's a 2-day battery.
You can get 2 days out of it if you turn off sync all day. Mm-hmm. So you only sync when you get into the Fitbit app and go sync now.
Yeah, that's how I got mine set up.
So I forget about it. Because now, too, with my Flex, I didn't have the readout screen because it's waterproof. Well, now, if I want to know how many steps I got, I can just click a button. So I don't need to get in the app as much as I was doing with the Flex. It is not like, I'm not trying to punk you guys.
Yeah, right.
That's what she says.
Yeah, I don't believe
We're going to do his work week challenge again next week. And this guy has to work all 5 days next week. And I'm going to tear you guys up.
Look, I'm trying to ease back into this and not blow out my calf. If I blow out my calf because of my sister's steps, I'm going to cut her.
Yeah, I don't think we should even add her. Fucking Terry.
Yeah, fuck you, Terry.
Say bring it. I want the competition.
Yeah, we might as well throw it in there, just because if we ever do find a way to beat her, how awesome that would be.
We can brag about it.
Yeah.
Even if she beats us like 50 more times. Like, remember that one time we beat you? That'll burn her soul.
And then, for those of you that don't have Fitbit or the Fitbit app or anything, there's a section in there where you can message. She gets cocky as fuck in these messages. She's like, you guys want me to just leave my Fitbit off for a day? And I'm like, fuck you, bitch, I'm scared of you. And then what else does she say? Oh, Brad comments, you're putting this shit in the dryer. And she's like, maybe you should step up your game.
Maybe you need to step up your game.
Yeah, she gets cocky as shit.
Brad says, fuck you, Terry. And then Terry says, LOL. And then y'all want me to charge my Fitbit for a day? So he says, okay, you can spend a day kissing my ass. You don't scare me. And we stopped commenting on each other's after that.
Yeah, I was just like, fucking Terry ruined
See, so when this whole thing started, I got a Fitbit, realized Brad had one, and Brad's like, let's do challenges. At first, it was just me and Brad, and we were cheering each other.
Yeah, like motivate.
Brad put in 1,300 steps, and I cheer. Awesome, dude.
But
blah,
we were
blah.
close.
Yeah, we were always close, but Terry's like dusting us. She's like, fuck you, fucking fatties.
Pretty much, yeah.
Triple F, fuck you, fatties. No, FYF, so it's only 2 F's. God damn it. That would have been a really good acronym.
Damn. Fuck fatties.
Fuck fatties.
That's what she says in her mind.
All right, now we get to your point. So I just had to bring the thing up.
It drives me nuts, but at the same time too, like, she is subhuman and she is OCD, and like, I'm sorry, no matter how fit I get, because I fucking killed it this week. Okay?
How do you survive being OCD in a walker? Be like, I haven't walked there. I haven't stepped there. I haven't stepped there. That's a whole lot of stepping you got to do.
No, she just paces and picks shit up. She is subhuman. Anyway, and she has no soul or heart or feeling. She cold motherfucker. Anyway,
I think she has a soul.
I mean, for dogs.
She loves some puppies.
Well, no, and kitties too.
She likes kitties too.
She likes kitties. She's fostering some kitties. Anyway, oh my god, where was I fucking going with that? Oh, so I actually killed it this week. I'm getting back into it. My calf is finally healed enough that I can walk a little. I'm still not doing my regular workouts, but I put in like over-hour workouts Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Today was the first day I took off from the gym. I'm still doing really fucking good. But no matter how many steps I get in, no matter how many hours of activity I get, at the end of my day, my ass is going to sit down and watch 90s sitcoms. And that's all the fuck there is to it.
Oh, yeah, same here.
Once dinner is done, I'm done. I sit my ass down in my chair, and I don't move until it's time to walk from my chair to my bed and nod the fuck out.
Yeah, true that.
Like, I'm sitting here like, oh, I should put in some more steps and I should do a walk tonight before. No, I'm going to sit in my chair and watch TV. So my last little thing here, because I didn't realize that just some notes, some random ass notes I put in my phone would take us over an hour, but we're over an hour now. So this last little guy, I was going through, because there's a new little segment that we're going to start, but there was a little thing that I found when I was doing research for a segment we're going to be starting that I had to read because it's totally relevant. You know how true crime podcasts are hot as shit right now? Mm-hmm. So I read investigations, true crime podcast leads to arrest of ex-rugby star over wife's disappearance.
Really?
So this Australian podcast...
I'm going to say go podcast. Let's solve some crimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're called the Teacher's Pet Podcast. So they were just harping on this case, because it's all, like, public knowledge. Talking about this woman who had gone missing, and her husband moved in this fucking teen right after she went missing, and he was dodging all these questions and whatever, and... You know, her disappearance was sketchy as fuck. And anyway, they just kept harping on the fact that there was no investigation. Nobody was following leads, blah, 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 blah. And anyway, it sparked some shit. And now they're looking into it. And this dude's going to be arrested and charged with her fucking murder. They haven't even found a body yet, but they're going to get him.
Macho Man.
So I thought that was really cool that this true crime podcast was like, this is bullshit. Somebody needs to look into it.
No, that's
and damn
awesome.
it, they did.
That's
Damn
awesome.
it, they did.
It shows that everybody has a voice, and you can get some things done.
And here's the thing. It was their first year. This is a newer podcast. But yeah, they're called The Teacher's Pet, an Australian podcast.
So you think that they were able to help solve that crime, that maybe our inspiration for other restaurants would be like Chick-fil-A, that we can turn these restaurants around.
Look, I'm just...
Or we can make it comfortable for women to have camel toe.
Yes.
Oh my God.
That's my mission in 2019.
So...
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, first of all.
I love you.
No, you don't.
I do.
Anyway, before we have a domestic on our podcast.
What? Heineken? I know that's an import.
Anyway, so if we're going to talk about 2019, so mine and Bert's anniversary was the first.
Yep.
We're going out to dinner tonight, or Saturday night.
We're not going out tonight. It's a little late.
And, no, Saturday night. And it's going to be super awesome. And I bought a new dress and shoes for it. Woohoo! So I'm excited about that. And then we might be meeting up with Brad later after our fancy dinner. So we had heard that there's an Italian restaurant in Newport that does that knife trick to open the bottles of champagne.
Oh, yeah.
We don't even care about the food. We just want to see somebody do it in person.
You want to see too?
Anyway.
I'm just showing camel toe pictures. It's all right, folks.
He's fucking tanking my podcast here.
No, I'm not. Keep
Yes,
going.
seriously.
Romantic anniversary dinner with my wife.
In a dress that doesn't show camel toe.
Unless she goes commando.
No. As a matter of fact, I'm wearing pantyhose, bitch. Anyway. So, the second we heard that they opened champagne bottles with butcher knives, we're like, we're fucking going. That's all there is to it. So we're going to go out to dinner and then maybe do some drinking. And I just need to make sure that you know who, if we end up both drinking, that you know who ain't lifting us home.
Yeah, apparently he won't be, so he'll be doing some
With
drinking
you.
himself, yeah. Yeah, just make sure to not request him, or if he pops up on your app.
Bit like, no, absolutely not.
We'll Uber.
Yeah, we'll Uber instead of
We'll
Lyft.
Uber. Well, I don't know, because Lyft's the one that says you have drunken babies, they'll still pick us up, right?
Yeah.
Damn.
So there was like a Twitter war.
They'll drive anybody, they'll let anybody drive, I mean.
So there was a Twitter war before where Uber was starting to say that they were going to come out with policies about drunk people, that they weren't going to drive drunk people anymore. Personally, I thought that was the whole reason they started this shit, is so people would stop drinking and driving.
Yeah.
Like, I get that some drunks are inconvenient as hell, and they make a mess of the car, but taxi drivers have been dealing with it for years, you know?
And so has the dedicated friend who becomes DD.
Yeah, like somebody that DDs people every other weekend for 4 years. Anyway.
Yeah, you don't like drinking anyway. You hate the drunks.
No, I can have... I look at it like this. I'm not taking one for the team. I can have just as much fun sober as I can drinking. And I only recently lost my ability to handle drunks. Because when people are bad drunks in their early 20s, you kind of expect it. But when they're almost fucking 40, you'd expect people to get their shit together. I have a lot less patience for people that can't hold their liquor this close to fucking 40. Beyond that. Like, I kind of thought that was the... Like, I get that, like, some people can't drive or whatever. And, I mean, I have heard that even, like... So when they built the new high school in Ohio... They didn't build enough parking so that only seniors can park. So some juniors and some parents that can't park there or whatever are sending their kids to school in Ubers.
Yep, downtown Cincinnati, they're doing that. I mean, it's just easier. It's cheaper than bus service and everything else. They're like 10 minutes from the thing. It's like $5 or $6. They're charging like $200 or something for bus service, and they have to drop their kids off at a pickup point and crap. Yeah, it's...
So that is the only other time I've heard Uber or Lyft used besides to get home drunk.
Yeah, for
so like when they announced that they were going to start making policies against drunk people, Lyft tweeted out, "We would literally take home a drunk baby." First of all, maybe a different analogy there, Lyft. But also, too, the fact that they're like, look, if Uber won't take them, we will.
So that was a big deal for a while. Like, Uber allows the driver to charge a cleaning fee if somebody makes a mess in their car.
Absolutely. I think that's fucking fine. But it's the same thing when you put your credit card number down to get a hotel room. Even if you trash the hotel, you should be charged with it.
But the problem is, apparently a lot of these people who weren't drunk, who were taking Uber, were getting charged these fees. This one lady, she said she had a bottle of water, spilt it on the floor. The Uber drivers don't worry about it, and then charged her the $100 fee for spilt water.
No.
So it can definitely be abused.
I mean, everything needs to be. Everything that you do. Look, this is why I don't even run a tab at a bar. I pay in cash because I'm always worried that some asshole is going to find out what my name is and start putting their drinks on my fucking tab. I am careful about who the fuck touches my card. But besides that, there's always going to be disputes on shit like that. People are always trying to nickel and dime you to death. But then again, was it worth the $100 to not get... I mean, how much is the DUI?
It's a lot.
It's a lot of money.
Oh my God, will you stop with the camel toe pictures?
That's the final one. I've already showed you that one, though.
Oh my God. Anyway, so now that we've talked about 150,000 different weird things and ranted about gender...
Hey, if you guys like this podcast, follow us, and we'll do more like this. This is our random out of our butt podcast.
Yeah, this is... what are we going to call this? Like casual or...
Just chatting.
Just chatting?
Just chatting.
We'll copy off Twitch.
Just a chit chat?
Or we can call it camel toe.
Yeah. Also, too, educational podcast. Don't be a dick to people, and they won't treat you like you're a dick. But when they do, it's okay to be a dick.
AKA, just be nice.
Just be nice. Just watch that little section of Roadhouse.
I want to watch Roadhouse now.
Yeah, just be nice. When do I not be nice?
I will let you know.
I will let you know when it's time to not be nice. There is a time to not be nice. Other than that, just be fucking nice, people. That's all we got to do. That's all we got to do.
So that's how you live life. That's how you're a bouncer at a bar. Just be nice.
Just be nice.
I love that advice. I'm going to get that as a bumper sticker. We should make potty mouth bumper stickers.
Yeah,
nice.
Potty mouth bumper stickers. Just be, because it's potty mouth, just be fucking nice.
I like it.
I like it too. All right, we're going to have some fucking bumper stickers coming out in 2019.
But we need more subscribers. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your clergy. I mean, let them know.
Don't tell your clergy.
Why not? It's okay.
And like...
Some of those mofos,
I mean, I guess everybody's got their thing.
Yeah, I mean, we're a simple little... We're an innocent... we are an innocent sin.
We cuss and we're opinionated, but I don't think we want to do anybody harm.
No, absolutely not. Except for maybe Terry.
I mean,
if somebody would like, I don't know, Nancy Kerrigan or...
That's what I was going to pop. I was going to say, if somebody pops her in the kneecaps.
Don't be too brutal, though, because... Yeah, we don't want to hurt her.
No, I would pop her in the knee. I'm not sending any... I'll handle my own dirty business.
Steal her running shoes.
No, she...
Go barefoot?
It doesn't... Yeah, man. She like, OCD cleans her house in jeans barefoot.
Dedication. All right, never mind. All right, let's thank people.
I need a list now because we're on like tons of shit, and everybody knows that I have dementia. All right, we would like to thank Purple Planet for our music. Ba-boom! We'd like to thank Podbean and the Podbean app.
Thank you, Podbean.
Also, Podbean, we love the new layout on the website, and we love our new statistics. I'm like obsessed with staring at the statistics and the numbers and who's listening to our pods. I would also like to thank the random person in Germany that binge listened to all of our episodes. And then the person that just yesterday in the United States binge listened to all of our episodes. There are 2 people on this planet that has binge listened to us. And I appreciate you.
That's awesome.
And
even
if
if you are just looking for something to go to sleep against, it's okay. Thank you for listening.
Yes, put us on repeat. We're good to go. Also, if that is you, let us know. Like, share, review.
Yeah, spread the word.
We'd also like to let you guys know that we're on iTunes, that we have a YouTube channel. We're on Spotify, Stitcher. You can message us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at MouthsPotty. And, we're also on Google Play.
And shoot us out some info. Do you guys want to see us on Twitch? We'll go to Just Chatting on Twitch, and we'll film an episode. Hell, why not?
We have been discussing either YouTube Live or Facebook Live or Twitch, more pictures. Like, what kind of platforms do you like most when it comes to podcasts? Do you like to just listen, or do you also like to see sometimes?
And I'll admit, our kitchen that we record in is completely boring. But Brad looks like Fabio. I look like Denzel Washington. Just a little
and
lighter.
I am a strong blonde Kate Beckinsale.
Absolutely, absolutely. So you're going to be looking at some sexy mofos. Just putting it out there.
You're so full of shit. Anyway.
Hey, you know how many people are going to watch just to be disappointed?
If only Kate Beckinsale. Anyway, this is Stephanie.
This is Bert.
This is Brad.
Good night, everybody.